Hello there and welcome. In this video we're going to be infiltrating the second compound in the Wyverns section, which is the Black Market Cyber Clinic, and this will give us our first augmentation in the game. Of course we will need to research it first before we can equip our agents with the augmentation, but it is a pretty nifty piece of kit, so you definitely want to do this mission so that you can get your hands on it, because you'll be using this piece of kit probably for some time to come. So some of my agents do have skill points ready to use, however I'm not going to use any of them just now. And I was almost tempted to use the Master Thief ability and start building that up, because it means our thief will steal a lot more money when he infiltrates compounds. But on balance I'm going to keep the skill points, because his cloak ability is much more useful, to be honest. And I'm keeping the other skill points as well, because I want to build up the agent's abilities. Their most useful abilities, which is hacking for the hacker, obviously, and hardwiring for the soldier. Now there is a side entrance into this compound which is here, but as you can see we can't get into it just yet. There is a control panel there that we can use, which would grant us access to it, but there's no control panel on the other end to enable us to get out that way. So that presents a problem. However, if you pay for some information on the compound, which you probably saw me do earlier, then it tells you about a way that you can unlock the side entrance so that it's usable in both directions. In order to do that, we just need to go and access a particular information point, and then it gives us the password. Pretty simple, easy stuff. However, I'm not going to do that just yet, because I want to find some additional researchers, because I've started researching the weapons that I've picked up, but we've only got 2 so far, and if we want to increase the time it takes, like put more money into the research, so it takes a lot less time to complete, or if we want to research more than one piece of kit at the same time, then we're going to need additional researchers. So what I'm doing here is just scouring the area, because there is usually a researcher in this area that you can find and bribe to join your cause, but I don't seem to be having much luck finding them. Oh wait, there he is. There he is. Yes. Okay, so try not to get run over. And oh, it's a she actually. We'll just bribe her for some cash, and there we go. We've got 3 researchers now. So, having researchers reduces the cost of researcher, because you can still put extra money into researching, but because you don't have the researchers in-house, so to speak, you have to pay additional costs for it. So you can save a lot of money by getting as many researchers as possible. This is important if you want to research your weapons and items as quickly as possible, but don't want to wipe out all of your funds. There's usually another researcher in this area as well, but I don't have any luck here. So as you might have guessed, this is the information point that we need to access, and that gives us the code to get in the side door. I think it even comes up saying mission complete, but it's hardly a mission. Just go and find the research point and go and access it. There, mission complete. Wow, what an achievement. Sorry, I'm being a bit facetious. There's another ATM in this area. There, just there at the bottom, and we'll get that before we move on. because having a better income is also important. You can't buy weapons if you don't have any cash. Plenty of people around here, but no researchers. Game's being really stingy with researchers at the moment. I'm gonna get another one before I do this mission, I swear to God. Come on. Give me a researcher. I want one. And my agents almost get run over again, but luckily the cars don't seem to do any damage. Yeah, still more civilians. Nah, rubbish civilians. Couple of bad guys, another ATM, which I've already hacked. Yeah. And it's still no dice. Okay. I think, well, we'll go back up to the place where I was before and see if I can get lucky with another researcher up there. Because it's just guards and drones down here. And no way a drone is going to do my research for me. So once we head back up to the entrance on the left hand side, we'll see that it has magically turned green instead of red. Green is good and red is bad. So let's go up there. Up I said. What I don't know what I'm doing here. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. Fast travel. Right. There might be some researchers over at the bank. That's usually a good place to find people of science. Isn't it? It should be. Yeah, perhaps not. Okay, right. Let's head back to the entrance then and get this done. Because, wandering around the city looking for researchers is probably not that interesting viewing, to be honest. So, oh my god, there's one. Yeah, we found him. Just get him, get that sucker. He's crossing the road. There we go. You are mine. Bribe him before he gets away. Oh, yay, we've got 4 researchers now. That'll do for the moment. So, yeah, as you can see, the door is magically now green, which means we can use it both ways. We don't have to hack it with the control panel or anything. So now that I've got four researchers, I will start researching the other weapon that I picked up. And because why not? This mission is actually fairly straightforward now that we've unlocked the side door, because the security panel to turn off all of the cameras in this area is right next to the door. So that makes things a whole lot easier. Once we've turned the cameras off, we really just need our infiltrator for the next part. The other agents we can just hang back here, because there's no other security panels or doors or anything. So the other agents are a bit redundant, but we'll keep them in here because we want them to gain experience. So we just need the infiltrator, as mentioned, to sneak past the guards, and his cloak ability is essential for doing this. There are 5 guards in this area. Sometimes there'll be a drone in place of one of the guards, which will make things a bit more difficult because the drone flies up higher and can spot things more easily. And the guards will patrol down the stairs, but they won't generally cross past that metal wall where that guard has just been. Sometimes they might come a little bit further, which is why I'm hiding my agents behind the wall that's further back. But I'm just waiting for this guard to move off, and then I can send up the infiltrator. There he goes. We get him as close as possible before we turn on our cloak. The cloak will drain quickly, so you need to use it sparingly. And it's best to try and get as close to the guards as possible without them spotting you before you use it, and then just quickly sneak past them before it runs out. So when you get a chance and this area here that the infiltrator is in is clear, hide him behind the wall and then wait until the other guards start coming close to the stairway. In fact, actually what I'm doing here is waiting until they come up the stairway and then start getting close to going down the other side. And then when they get close to that, I'll turn on the cloak and I can move past all 4 of them at once. And that just leaves 1 guard remaining in the area, and I can avoid him by hiding behind these barrels. Or in fact just making a run for it. Whichever works. So yeah, the cloak's just turned off there because we ran out of energy. But we're already inside, and the door is down a ramp, so that also gives us a little bit of cover. So the guards are all down in the other area, so I'm just going to hang my infiltrator back here behind these barrels in order to let his energy recharge. And once it gets back up to the top, I wait for the guards to come close to me, and then turn on the cloak again and we can sneak past them all. So here they come. They shouldn't spot me until they come down the stairs. But I've got full energy now. So yeah, let's go for it. With the cloak on, you can go right past them. Doesn't matter how close you get to them at all. And there we go. The cloak's run out, but thankfully the guard was facing the other way. We're far enough away from him now that we can just make a run for it outside. As soon as we get out, then that's the mission complete. And the augmentation that we've picked up is a brain augmentation, which doesn't actually do anything for your intelligence. It just makes your armor a bit better. Gives you some armor plates on your noggin. So yeah, that's useful. And I think we've got a skill point from Agent 2, and I'm going to increase his world scan ability because that's just cost the 1 point, and we will use world scan a lot, as you've seen already in this video. And that's it for this one. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!